What up, y'all? Hello, world. Hold up, man. Let me. Am I on? I don't know. Shit, I think I'm live right now, man. Moment of Leisure World tinfoil hat Tuesdays. You know, as soon as I would got. Let me just introduce what we're doing here. I did a stream last week where I explained how if you're Christian and you believe in the words of the Bible, then you can't believe the world is a globe because the Bible doesn't describe that. One of the verses in the Bible that describes, that gives a description of a flat earth is Joshua 10, verse 13, where they speak of the sun being stopped in the middle of the sky so that I think Joshua could defeat the Amorites, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. And that's just something that can't happen on a globe Earth. So, while I sit here and try to recover this coma, let me load this video up. I'm gonna play that. It's about 5 minutes just to what I'm talking about as far as the. So just a second, let me load it up here. And then is it up here? Let me see. Boom, boom. All right, there we go. No? Oh, that ain't it. There we go. Now it's up there. All right. Press.
Kings of the Amorites gathered like wolves surrounding the people of Gibeah. They were swift, their backs gleaming with morning frost. Gibeon was helpless. He sent word to Joshua. Like a shepherd, Joshua ran through the night with the mightiest at his back. They burst through the forest under the cloak of night and overtook the Amorites. The battle raged on until the break of day. Gory, not their number, they were doomed. The sky tore open with hailstones. The Lord had entered the battle. And it did. The sun did not set until Israel's vengeance was complete.
And the sea, the stars, all of it. And that means if he can do that, if he can control the universe, he can control whatever you're facing. What would change?
All right, you can stop right there. I don't need to hear a white man talk about it. I'll talk about it. But so yeah, there you go. There you have it. You got Joshua commanding God, asked for the sun to stand still over land, which could not be done on the globe, or else it would cause all type of catastrophes, right? If the globe is spinning In order for the sun to stop, the globe would have to stop spinning. I believe that would cause all type of devastation. But yeah, it's a whole. Let me see. I got a list of Bible verses we could read from God. In fact, I could go to this. We could do it online. We got Daniel 4:11. It speaks on. See, let me just go to it on here so I could show it. That let's go to Bible.com, right? Bible. Mm, When do I get the verse? All right, yeah, let's do that. Share that screen. Got Daniel Daniel 4:11 here. It says the tree grew large and strong, and its top touched the sky. It was visible to the ends of the earth. Now, you know, on the globe, it doesn't matter how tall a tree is to touch the sky. You wouldn't be able to see it from all ends of the earth. If you're on the opposite end of the earth on the globe, you would have to be able to see through the earth for this tree. But if it's a flat plane, ends of the earth, you just look straight, and if it's tall enough as they describe, you can see it. That's one verse. Let's check out another one. But got Matthew. What's it? No, shit. You or 8 says again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. You know, sounds like a flat Earth activity to me, not a globe Earth activity. But it is what it is. I got a few more. It's a few verses I could go through. Let me see. They got verses in Chronicles, Psalms, Joshua, Genesis, Revelations. But instead of that, let me do this. Okay, whatever. See, I was supposed to have my boy on here. Bait me on this, but I imagine it's a tough debate to be on the opposite side of the flat Earth. So I wouldn't be looking forward to this either. And something I would be an eager beaver about. So I'm gonna find a video on Earth. Yeah. Ads. All right. Oh, wow, this ad is playing. Let me just throw it up here anyway. Wow. Are you kidding me? Another fucking ad. God damn. You're whooping me. Shit.
Globe Busters.
Professor Dave. Okay, so since my boy didn't slide through for me to debate, I'm gonna just go ahead and play this video of this dude, Professor Dave, the 10 things that all flat earthers say. And they got videos like this all over the internet where they claim it's what flat earthers say, but it'd be the furthest shit from what a flat earther would say. So I'm gonna go through these and I'm gonna let you know what people like me actually believe when it comes to this flat earth shit, and how people like this have to make a mockery of the claims when he knows the shit that he's saying ain't what flat earthers believe, but he has to make videos like these because the arguments for his side are ridiculous. He don't have any, so he has to try to attack the other side by making false claims. So let's just get into it. His top 10 things
For
that all
about 2
flat
months
earthers
now,
say.
the consistent hotbed of activity with
So, Queen,
hundreds of
What it
flat
do, man?
earthers stopping by to share their opinions.
yeah,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
he should be. How you
Can
doing? I
you
don't
hear me
know
now?
if you could hear
Can
me
you
or
hear me
not, but
now? Can you hear me
good to have
now?
you up here.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, yep,
Can you hear
yep,
me now?
yep. No,
All right.
I can't. No.
Queens in the building. What we talking about, Max?
What up? So it's 10 Tuesdays, and I told you I was coming with the part two. Charlie was supposed to be up here to debate me, but he didn't come through. So I'm just playing this top 10 video of top 10 things flat earthers say, which I know is about. I haven't seen it before, but I know it's about to be a bunch of horse shit. So I'm just correct whatever it is he's about to get wrong.
Wait a
Ready?
minute now. Correct him.
Yeah, because he's about to say a whole bunch of shit that flat earthers don't say. But the video is called 10 Things That All Flat Earthers Say. But I just know going into it that it's not going to be that because these videos never are. So I'm going to just set the record straight as we go.
Okay, well, let's
So
get in the
Claim that
video.
globe cards just repeat
yeah,
what they were told in school. You guys sure do all say the exact same things. And I don't just mean the same arguments. I mean the same things word for word, like they were copied and pasted from some manifesto. This is because you all watch the same ridiculous YouTube videos made by the same handful of con men, and you all quote them verbatim without applying a shred of critical thinking. So now that I am intimately familiar with your greatest hits, I just had to make one more video so that I could share the 10 things that all flat earthers say. If you're a regular person and you haven't seen my other 2 Flat Earth videos, you may want to check those out first for a little bit of context. But if you're a Flat Earther yourself, don't bother. I'll be speaking directly to you throughout this video. Let's begin. Number 1, one extremely problematic side effect of taking the globe and flattening it out into a plane is that gravity makes no sense, and there is no reason for things to fall to the ground. All objects accelerate towards the ground at 9.8 meters per second squared. That's an indisputable fact. And it is also an indisputable fact that any acceleration requires a force to produce it. This is how cars drive, planes fly, people walk, cats jump. It's how literally all motion works. Even charlatans like the Globe Busters accept at least this much, which is why they go off on their rants about magnetic magic, as you may have seen in my previous video. But quite comically, most flat earthers don't even do this. Most of you address this problem by simply listing 2 words, density and buoyancy. Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but these are not forces. Forces.
Okay, it froze a little bit, Max.
Are vectors. They have a magnitude, which means a numerical amount.
All right. You
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Well, so you hear what he's saying. His thing is about gravity, gravitational pull, and everything like that.
Mhm.
And what he said, what he keeps repeating right now is that because he stated how, which is true, as a flat earther, you would understand that the force of gravity is a theory. Like gravity it's a theory of gravity and everything, because it's still things about
Mhm.
gravity that can't be explained, right?
Mhm.
But when it comes to buoyancy and density, as he stated, that's what fills all the blind spots of gravity. But when you remove gravity from the equation and you leave just buoyancy and density, there are no blind spots. It is will still explain why things fall down, why heavy objects fall down faster than lighter objects, etc. Because like right now he said that density and buoyancy are not forces, and that's his reasoning for why it doesn't explain things falling down. But that just makes no it the fact that density and buoyancy aren't forces has nothing to do with the fact that they're the reasons why heavier objects fall faster than lighter objects. And that's because the reason why objects fall down is because whatever it is beneath us, beneath the crust of the earth, whatever, there's a magnetic force pulling us towards it, whatever is underneath the earth. And the only thing that stops us from being pulled all the way in to this force is the ground. So the earth beneath us is between us and this magnetic pull. But and so the more mass that an object has, the denser an object is, the harder it'll be for you to resist being pulled by this magnetic force. That's why things like, feathers or helium balloons will just float up or whatever, because it's not dense enough for the magnetic pull to pull it down. But he's him saying that it's not forces, two magnets, right? And you sit them on the table next to each other and you have the opposite ends pointing at each other, they're going to pull towards each other. And that's the force that pulls. So the two objects sitting next to each other in opposite directions but not close enough to repel, there will be no force acting upon it. There's no force acting upon them. But as you move them closer together, that the force of the magnetism is the force that pulls objects. So the object itself doesn't have to create a force. Like density and buoyancy itself doesn't have to be a force. It's the objects are being worked upon by magnetism, and density and buoyancy only dictates how fast it gets pulled in to magnetic force. We got a Diddy over here though. I don't know who this is, but he trying to hop on stage. Let's write this. No, who? Diddy? What up with you,
Yo,
Diddy?
nothing much.
How you doing?
I got this oil over here.
You got what now?
I got this oil over here. This baby oil. This Johnson Johnson.
Oil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. You
Nah,
trying to
what's good?
slide off the
What's
edge of the
good,
earth?
man? What's good?
What up with you, Tyson?
Not much.
You you trying to slide off the edge of the earth and get away from what? Is it that bad? What I'm talking about?
Slide
gonna
to a whole
move
new
up before
universe.
we get the fuck on?
Slide to the next universe.
Yeah, man. I'm with it. Shit, I might hop on right around with you, man. The more I interact with people, the more I know for sure I am not from the same timeline as the motherfuckers around me. So I might be right on that wheel track. Just what up with you,
Man,
Phil? You up here too?
I'm up here now. I just hopped in. I thought I was
I
talking, but it
don't know.
was
Am I
muted.
out or is he out? Must be me.
Am I out? Am I out?
Must be me.
No,
Nah, it was
I
me.
can hear both of y'all. Can you hear
I
him?
can,
It must be a delay.
Hey, hey, I'm lost on this island all alone. Hey,
No,
hey.
we here. I was wondering, was that on me? Was I the odd man
No,
out
this,
right now?
no, it kicked me out twice.
Okay, I thought I was the odd man out here.
uh,
Now we all over here in this density
all
buoyancy,
right, am I back?
and the earth is flat. Yeah, you back too.
Mic check.
You here.
All right. Yeah, I think everybody else. Man, I ain't gonna get on choppy in this motherfucker.
Mm-mm.
But so yeah, man, I just got cracking on this because I was supposed to debate Tice on this today. I mean, not
Even
Tice.
Charlie.
My bad,
Charlie.
Charlie. But he didn't come
Hmm?
through, so I was just playing this top 10 things that flat earthers say. So I was combating that. But since you're here, Tice, if you saw the title of the stream, it says if you don't believe the earth is flat, then you're not a true Christian, right? So I was going down the
Say
list
what
of
again?
different Bible verses. I said I was going down the list of different Bible verses that give descriptions of the earth being flat. Because like I said, the title of the then you're not a true Christian. So I'm gonna play back this video right here. Is the first video I shared of the description of when Joshua
For
Where
free
we
until
go?
the
this
Amorites,
summer.
and
Cage, if you truly believe
he requested
so,
that the sun be stood still.
Oh,
He
this one.
requested to God that he hold the sun still in the sky until after he defeated his enemies, and that's what happened. So I'm just playing it since y'all are here. Let me know if
The five
after hit
kings
play.
of
Let
the
me know if it's playing
Amorites
or not.
It's
gathered like
playing.
wolves surrounding the people of Gibeah.
All right.
They were swift and ruthless. Their banners in the dry wind, singing with morning frost. Gibeon was helpless,
Dre,
so they
thought the Earth was a triangle, Dre.
were running to
Last
save
3
the
days
sheep.
trying to figure.
He said how long
Joshua
it was gonna take for you to see that.
ran through the night with the mightiest Israel. They burst through the forest under the cloak of night and overtook the
Oh, what?
Amorites. The battle raged on until the break of day. Gory, relentless. The Amorites thought their numbers would help them, but God had already declared they were doomed. The sky tore open with hailstones. The Lord had entered the battle. And there, beneath the burning eye of heaven, Joshua raised his voice. Sun, stand still over Gibeon. Moon, over the valley of Ajalon. And it did. Time bowed to the command. For a full day, the sun did not set until Israel's vengeance was complete.
All right. So that's that one. Now, with that video, I'm sure you're already familiar. And then what it is in context to that story. Hell yeah, I want to see that picture. Dre, you better not send me no fucking message with a picture of your ass. With your
What?
raw ass
Oh,
in
you
it.
talking about
But
Twitter?
show me that picture. I want to see it. Tice, you still there?
I'm still here.
Welcome back, Will.
I'm just cooking. I'm just cooking.
I don't think Tice is there. I'm here.
I just got a feeling type
Yeah,
that's
people are
exactly
here.
what Dre's galaxy is
I'm
this.
I'm here. Y'all can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. I can hear you now.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, I got a delay. I keep dropping out. All type of fucked up stuff.
I guess they don't
So
want you to tell the world that it's flat.
you just gonna
Oh.
have to bear with me. But can you give me your
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, you going out, Max.
wait,
Oh, man.
can you hear me, Queen?
You now, but you when you start to talk, you go out. Maybe
They
you
ain't
need to
trying to hear
whisper
shit
in
you
it.
trying to say, brother.
Maybe you need to
Don't know what
whisper
to
in
do
their
about
ear and
that.
tell them something that they want to hear.
They ain't trying to hear shit you trying to say, brother man.
I don't know. Am I clear
You clear
to
now.
anybody?
So Ty, did you hear? You're clear now. Ty, did you hear the question that Max asked you?
Is anybody what? Huh?
I had walked off. What did he ask?
Yeah, help me co-host, Queen. If you can hear me, yes, you do
I can
that.
hear you. What he asked you
Ask
was,
them.
"What do you think about the world? Is it flat or round?" That was the first question. Do you believe the world is flat or round?
I
Why is
believe it's
there
a
a diddy?
combination
Who's
of both.
Diddy?
I believe it's a the part that we live on is flat, but it's kind of like a dome, if you will. You think if
Hmm.
you know like you go in the dome, the the
Mm-hmm.
the the the, first, the portion that you stand on is flat, but there's
Mm-hmm.
something over top of you, and I believe what's over on top of us is the firmament. That's the only
Mm.
thing that's remotely round. But what we walk on or live on is possibly flat.
All right, Max.
Okay,
You
so
here?
what do you think about the yeah? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Go
I can
ahead.
hear you.
Am I still choppy? You gonna have
No,
to
Am
go
I
mute
ahead.
me.
here? Am I
No.
here twice? I see myself 2 times in here. What the
Yeah,
fuck is going on?
you got to call.
Yeah, you
They
are.
call
You are.
Will.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't
What
know
the
what
fuck
is
is
going on.
happening?
They call
I have
Will.
no
That's
clue
what's going.
what's
They
going
call
on,
this
but we
nigga.
gonna thug it out. Yeah.
I had to leave and come back.
This is
I
the
didn't
motherfucker.
understand the what. Like I want to get on the topic, but the topic right now is irrelevant due to all this other shit that's going on. I don't like it. It seems alien. We might be getting infiltrated. I don't like this, bro. I think you need to call DEFCON 4 right now, bro. DEFCON 4 needs to happen right now because I don't know what the fuck is happening and I don't like it. It's not familiar.
Well, right now, Max is responding to Tyson's answer.
I get it, but DEFCON 4 is happening right now at the same time
All right, Pete.
because niggas getting
All right,
cloned,
gotta
niggas
keep
can't be
Pete.
seen.
Yo, get underneath the table. Put your head on the
You
thing
see this?
underneath the
Hey,
table.
Queen,
Tuck
you
your
watching
knees
this?
into
You
your
watching
chest.
this? You watching
It'll
this?
be all right.
Exactly
Able
what I
to
was
stop
talking about.
everything.
You see that? Right there.
So, Tice, so
That's
what do you think
exactly what
about
I'm
the
saying.
context of that story? Sun standing still. Is that a believable
Ah,
story to you, or is that just a Bible story?
oh, about what
Is
Joshua
that
did?
history,
It's
or is that
definitely
just a story?
history.
Right. All right. So we on the same page because I believe the same thing as you as far as the surface of the Earth being flat.
Yes.
A dome, which is like half of halfway what I believe, because I believe in the beginning of the Bible when it said
Snow
God
globe
separated the
is
waters
this
from
the
the
snow
waters.
globe theory? This
Yes.
is
The
snow
waters
globe
from the
theory.
waters.
Snow globe theory is
Right.
what we're
So can
talking
you
about right now.
imagine what that would look like
Snow globe
if
thrown into the
you're
ocean is what we're
immersed
talking
in these
about.
celestial waters and you were I'm sorry, well you cut me off. And you were immersed in waters already all around you. Then you go to separate the waters from the waters. What would that look like?
If you're immersed in water already, you go to separate the
I don't
waters
know
from
if
the
you're
water.
thinking or if that question didn't get through. Oh,
I heard
uh-huh.
part of. I'm sorry. Say it again one more time.
You know what you create? Do you know what you would create? I mean, I asked the question, but I'll just
If you separate the
continue with
waters
my
from
line
the
of thought
waters, what
because
would you create?
it's hard.
That's what you're asking?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, now it depends on how you're asking it. Are you asking it from a scientific point of view? Because if you separate hydrogen,
I can just
the
tell
reason
you
why I'm asking is
the way I understand it.
well, if we're going from a biblical perspective, if you separate the waters from the waters, you get another firmament.
Yeah.
You have to have something to separate them because they are joined naturally.
Right. Exactly.
So you get a firmament,
And so
which is the atmosphere.
The way I see it is when you yeah, the way I see exactly the way I see it, when you separate the waters from the waters, what you create inside of the water is a bubble.
Yeah.
Now you have water outside the bubble, and you have an atmosphere inside the bubble, and that's when you could create the different things inside of an atmosphere: dry land, air, sky, clouds, all that type of stuff. So that was the first thing to come. It was so that's like you said, it's both, because the bubble is round, but the surface that we walk on is flat all the way across.
I thought you was going to come from a different perspective. Like, I thought you was going to come from a different perspective, like, separating hydrogen from oxygen, and then you just left with oxygen, which is what.
As soon as you said, as soon as you like, do you mean scientifically? I was like, oh, we could go all over the place with that. Let me just say,
and realistically, that's what we have. We have hydrogen separated from oxygen. That's what we live in and breathe. And so you see where I'm going with, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what my mind was thinking.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's why I was like, I was just trying to keep it simplistic. No, I wasn't. I didn't mean to cut you off. Just it's a delay.
No, so you did. You're good.
If I cut you off, it's because it was a pause when you were talking.
No.
But I was just trying to keep it simple. I wasn't even going to get all the way scientific with it. But you're 100% right. But I just wanted to say that, to agree with how you say how we're both it's round and flat. I would say that the ether though is what the round part of it is filled with, because we don't occupy the ether. We don't occupy the round parts. We can look up and see the top, but we don't go.
And for some reason, we choose not to harness it. Like Terrence Howard said, we should be doing harnessing the ether.
Right. And so look, I'm gonna go back to the because like I said, Charlie was supposed to be here to debate me on it. He said that he had some shit for me or whatever. I was looking forward to it. Yeah, and then but he didn't. Maybe he'll drop through in a little bit, but damn, where's it? Until that point, let me just let me go to this. Somebody else will be his fill-in. It's Professor Dave. And I could already tell he's going to be real obnoxious and snobby about it. So it's a perfect replacement for Charlie. So but I'm gonna just go back and forth with it, because the first one already. The first his number one thing is the fact that he said we can't explain the lack of gravity with just density and buoyancy, because density and buoyancy aren't forces. And density and buoyancy doesn't have to be force when the force of magnetism is working on them. Like if you take a magnet and it's just sitting there as not a force, and then you put another magnet next to it, the magnet is going to attract it but neither one of them
Yeah.
generated a force. It was the attraction of magnetism. So that was his first thing. That's that's how I debunked the first debunking. But I'm trying to get it to load right now. It's just it ain't you know how this should be. You know how my laptop
Yeah.
is. But yeah, man, I wanted to do this part too, just because the first one I did, it was more so just me talking about it. I had more videos now to actually show, so I could clip up some. But if it's don't, it ain't even loading at all. I can't even. I'm surprised I'm coming through on y'all end. Let me see. See if I just open a new tab, brand new tab itself. But shit, what's been up with you, man? How your day been? What y'all been up to?
That was good. Yeah, it was good. Just went to work, got done with work, went to the store, got the ingredients that I need for what I'm cooking. And yeah, just been prepping my food. Got it in the air fryer right now. And yeah.
Oh, nice, man. That air fryer is a blessing.
It is.
Things
It
like
is.
air fryer is one of the things. Air fryers in like what is it, the Roombas? The vacuums that just slide
Yeah,
across
yeah,
the floor like
yeah,
a huge hockey rink or whatever. Shit like
yeah.
that makes me not understand why women don't want to just be housewives today. Like back in the
Wait,
day, women wanted to be housewives back when they had to actually like go and grow the grain that they made flour with just so they could have some flapjacks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Had to wash everything by hand, dry it on the fucking clothesline. Now everything comes with the push to start. It holds is lazier than ever. But I digress. It's my page is loading up right now. Let me see if I can get the right video. Here we go.
Yeah.
10 things that are all flat earthers. Let me load it up. Let me load it up. All right.
well, my day has been very hot. Needless to say.
Yeah, I think I'm in. All right, there we go. What'd you say, Queen?
She said her day's been very hot.
Oh, it is up there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Business. Plug in what you
Now,
connect payments, sync calendars. Voila.
Prove. You say
you know that Vegas weather, you gonna drop 0.08 grams of fat every step you take outside. Every step you will burn
999,000 of grams.
8,000 calories across the street. You will burn 8,000 calories just by crossing the street. Out 2 shades darker. So you know you got to schedule your workouts with how tan you want to be.
Yeah, I definitely can't come out there in the summer because I can't afford to lose a pound. If I lose 1 pound, I'll disappear.
So yeah, he gonna finish explaining his whole density thing.
You know that
Why
you
not?
remember that song they kept playing on Final Destination, Dust in the Wind.
You would have to just have, like, if you went out there to visit, that's the best thing to do. Like, if you got your own hotel or whatever, because you gonna have the AC blowing the whole
I got my
time. Like,
AC
even
blowing
when you're
right
not
now.
in the room, and you just go, you go from your room to your destination, the quickest, most direct route. You don't linger outside. You just go from one air-conditioned room to the next. And then when you just get back, the room is already cold and chill and everything like that. But it's your own spot, and you got to pay that electricity bill. You got to fucking manage It's how much cold air might die from it if you miss.
Mm-mm.
You can see me or both.
I know one thing.
Like
I won't be leaving this house until the lights go down, and I won't be coming out until the lights make it in the early daylight.
still gonna be hot. You just not gonna get darker.
Well, I'm waiting till the winter.
That's all right. That'd be a good thing.
Up or sideways. When you let go of a ball, there is air all around it.
Is the video playing?
How does it know to?
It's playing, but it's not. The audio is playing.
Down. Also, objects fall down when they are in a vacuum. Face the facts. Things accelerate downwards around because of a downward force. That force is gravity, which pulls everything towards the center of the Earth, which is its center of mass. Birds and insects can fly. It's because birds and insects have wings. Number 2, flat earthers all say.
Okay.
I'm not liking it.
Can you hear me, Tess?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's crazy. It kicked me out again.
You can hear me, Glenn?
I can hear you.
All right. Did you see the video?
I didn't. The video was acting up for me. So I don't know.
All right, I'm about to play it right now. I skipped ahead to his number 2 point.
Okay.
Says I shouldn't be able to see things far away.
I shouldn't see this thing, but I do, so the Earth is flat. Then to justify this claim, you all say the same thing, typically with no context whatsoever. 8 inches per mile squared. None of you have any idea what this means. You can't derive it. You can't calculate anything with it. You can't make a prediction with it. You can't tell me anything about this value at all. When I point this out to you, you get very angry, and instead of answering simply,
he says you can't explain it. It's self-explanatory. For every square mile of distance, the Earth should be dropping by 8 inches to account for the curvature of it. So 2 square miles, 16 inches of curvature. Simple. So like, what the fuck you mean?
Simple questions, you just link me to a bunch of videos made by con men. Well, I'm sorry, friends. Those people are doing incorrect math or lying or both, and they are counting on the fact that you won't do any math at all to check up on them. 8 inches per mile squared is not a valid way to measure Earth's curvature. If you understood math, you would immediately see that this squared on miles is totally out of place. That's because this is a parabolic approximation. This is for doing calculations with a parabola. It's possible that you remember this shape from middle school algebra, but I wouldn't be surprised if you don't. As you can see, the Earth is not shaped like this. So where does it come from, and why do people use it? It comes from the Flat Earth Bible, Zetetic astronomy, and Flat Earth priests use it because they know it's not accurate. It gives them incorrect values that they can use to claim that they shouldn't be able to see something when in fact they totally should. There are dozens of videos on YouTube demonstrating this, several of which reference the actual formula that actually describes Earth's curvature, which as you can see requires trigonometry. Stop blindly repeating what you hear on Flat.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there because, like, I mean, these arguments are really useless because at the end of the day, or we don't see with our naked eye, and then they attribute that to the curvature of the Earth. And then they came out with that Nikon, what is it, P1000 camera that they eventually ended up taking back off the market because people were zooming in to see things that they shouldn't be able to see because it should have been thousands of miles beneath the curvature of the earth, but they were able to see it. So they took that camera right off the market. But it would take forever to go through all of his things. I thought he was just gonna through them. But the whole point, my whole purpose of even saying any and all of this is because the most important reason people always boil down to, well, why would they lie about the shape of the earth? And my thing is just because the purpose is to hide God from us. When you read the Bible and you read the stories like Joshua and they talk about the four corners of the earth and all these things and the sun going around the earth being the center of the universe. When you believe that we're on a globe and that's what you actually believe, those stories from the Bible to you become just mythology. It becomes something that's not actually real, can't actually happen. But conceptually, I believe in Christ. Right. And so everybody the majority of people who I've seen go from believing the earth was a globe to believing that the earth is flat, it's innately linked to their faith in God. When I've seen people go from here to here, they not only do they start believing that the earth is flat, but they start investigating more things about the Bible. And so I believe the people who are keeping us believing that the earth is a globe, they know that. They know that accepting on a massive scale that the earth is flat, they would start digging more into what our scriptures told us about the world because they would realize our current government lied to us, but these scriptures must have been telling us the truth because it's the opposite of what they're saying. They find that out and that'd be the case.
Yeah.
But that's what I really think it is. To me, this is the biggest conspiracy. It's the last conspiracy that people, once they move to, it's the last thread that you pull to where there's nothing else that needs to be pulled to make everything else start crumbling down. Because you start getting into Antarctica. On the flat earth, think about it. On a flat earth map, right? You know how it has the North Pole in the middle, and then Antarctica is around the outer edge of the earth.
Yeah.
If you're a extraterrestrial species, fallen angel, Nephilim, reptilian, whatever you want to refer to it as, the place where you will want to be that would be the most habitable for you would be the coldest habitable part of the earth because you will be a cold-blooded reptilian-esque creature, and that's what Antarctica is. And then remember how Admiral Byrd, he said that Antarctica has a lot of potential for technological advancements based on whatever it was that he said. And then you could look up the conspiracies about Hitler not actually committing suicide and fleeing to Antarctica and setting up the scientists that did it is two things from what I've seen in my lifetime that turn people to Christ immediately because they see all the demonic. Those two things turn people to Christ. The fastest. So
Yeah. He was breaking in and out.
I just wish, I just can't wait till more. And this connection, terrible. I don't see how it would. Oh, yeah.
We can still hear you.
Can you hear me, Tice?
Yeah, I can hear you too. It just you was breaking up at a
When I
point,
was
but I can hear you.
okay. Well, that's all I really wanted to say, but I just can't wait until it becomes the mainstream thing, because that's when shit'll really start to move.
What makes you
People
passionate
start wanting
about
to
it?
know why we can't go to Antarctica and why all the the same thing that if you watch what's the movie with Jim Carrey? The Truman Show.
Which,
The same thing that made Jim Carrey passionate about finding out why it seemed like his life is a movie. He couldn't prove that it was something going on. He just had a fishy suspicion that everything around him wasn't real. And he started testing it here and there and everything. But once he determined that all this shit is some type of physical matrix that I'm trapped in, he couldn't think about anything else but escaping it. And so that's just what it becomes. When you look at the history of man, the rise and fall of empire, all the empires, all the devastations that fell upon us all throughout history, it all took place from within the walls. So at a certain point, you just start to wonder, what if we go beyond the walls? Then what would our future begin to look like? Because we know what our history looks like, and it seems to just keep repeating itself over and over again in a cycle. Perhaps getting on the other side of the wall could break that cycle. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know what celebrity it would take to make people turn that to their focus. But what the things that people put their focus on now today because of the internet, shit starts to move. But
I'll tell you the
I
celebrity
just got a feeling it's gonna be like
I'll tell you a celebrity that it could take. Mel Gibson. Get Mel Gibson. Let him make a movie about it. Because he would.
a hell of a comeback.
He would make a movie about it. And you know what? I
Yeah.
think he said something
I would
about
love for him
making
to make
a
a comeback,
movie
like the
about
Flat Earth movie by
the.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that would be fire. That would be fire. And he
I
also, I think
don't
he was
know.
talking about making a movie.
Mel Gibson got a little extra shit going on with it. He might need some therapy before he make another movie.
Yeah. I think he was
That's
thinking
why
about
they even
making a
like, oh,
movie
that's
going
just
through the
crazy,
Bible, the
man.
Ethiopian Bible. Have you heard about that?
No, the Ethiopian Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You said Mel.
Yeah, Mel Gibson. Either he's
Mel
gonna do a
Gibson?
movie about it, or he talked to he's either gonna do a movie about it. He was I think because he was talking to Joe Rogan about it, and he mentioned it. He mentioned the Ethiopian Bible because the Ethiopian Bible outside of the
He should, bro. He could call it. He could call it Passion of the Christ 2, strictly for my niggas.
Wow.
Bro, that should have sell out.
I wouldn't go watch it. I wouldn't go
Thank
watch
you.
it. No.
I will watch that. And then he don't spell out 4 with letters. He just put the number 4.
Oh my God.
Passion of this Christ. One day
No.
before resurrection. It'll be one day before the resurrection. So you have Passion of the Christ 2, strictly for my niggas. You make that, I mean, business.
I swear, every time you get into your conversation, it just stops you. Like it breaks up everything you said, so we can't get your joke as happy as you want to deliver it. It's not coming through. It's not landing. It's like it's hitting. It's missing the target.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
hate you.
Homeland Security
They
knows
know
what
already.
you're up to.
Right. They don't want him to tell us, y'all.
Tell me, they don't want the truth to come through.
They know you ain't tapped. You ain't tapped in with them. You ain't tapped in. You got to put your antenna to the sky and tap in, Max.
They won't let me.
I would got a question. Do y'all think it would make a difference if I got a question? Okay, I got a question for you two fellas. And since we're on this topic, I don't know how good of a question is, but it's just one that just came. Do you think it would make a difference whether it was square? Do you think it would make a difference whether the Earth was flat or round? Would it make a difference in the atmosphere that we living in right now? Would it make a difference?
I think gravity would feel different.
Okay.
I would say gravity would feel different. And our side of view, our perspective would be different. Man, yeah, that's all. That's all I got. Said.
Oh, you was cooking.
Yeah, I think it will make gravity. Gravity. I think gravity will have a hard time existing. Like,
so you think it would have a hard time? What? Whether it was flat or like the myth is a circle.
How you think that?
Yeah.
Like most rules.
So with it being if it's actually flat, we're experiencing the gravity and everything that we're dealing with now. But if it's actually round, you think it would be different? Like, cause the confusion is like, well, we live on this earth, and as we're looking at it, it is a flat surface. But would everything be different if it actually was the opposite?
No, I didn't do the same thing.
You think it would do the same thing? We would be in the same type of atmospheric like we are now?
Can you hear me?
I mean, yeah, I can hear you. I'm not talking to myself.
Okay. Well, I've been talking this whole time.
I've been
talking this whole time.
Your mouth has. We haven't heard anything.
You hear me now, though?
I'm hearing you now.
I know, so that's what I had to check just right now if you can hear me, smart mouth.
Wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I am being very gentle in my approach.
You were going,
and I wasn't being smart at the mouth, not yet.
I don't know what you previously said.
So you didn't hear me.
But look, the part of your question. No, I didn't. I didn't. I heard you ask, what difference would it make? And from there, you're just going out. But I was saying the difference that it makes is gravity would have a hard time existing. Like everything in nature would have a hard time doing what it does. For example, like as I explained on the first video, airplane flight. Airplanes don't tilt their nose down when they fly, when they take off or when they land. So it doesn't tilt its nose down at any point. So it would be impossible for an airplane to fly from one end of the earth to another. other end of the earth on the globe, because in order to do that,
Oh my God, we can't have this. You're just breaking and breaking and breaking.
I know.
And I know you got
I know
something you really
I'm
want
about
to
to end
get
the
off.
stream pretty soon. Yeah. Am I back though?
You back now.
All right. Well, I don't know how much of that went through, but all I'm saying is the laws of physics, it will be hard for the laws of physics to play out. Because like I explained with the airplane, since about to just end. Can you hear me?
Oh my God. Now, yes. Every time you say, "Can you hear me?" I can hear
All
you.
right.
But when you get to talking, it just goes bananas.
Well, I'll say this real quick. We out.